why does AI work like this, and are there any restrictions to AI, and how will it possibly impact programmers in the future? So that's what brought me here today. So I hope you get out of this presentation being able to distinguish myth and reality from topics of AI, and understand how AI is going to actually impact jobs. I also hope that you guys will be able to recognize AI logic and many keywords that make up AI. So what makes some companies rely on AI instead of their workers? Well, AI is like a packet that comes with a bunch of benefits. AI doesn't need brakes, it's relatively cheap, and works faster. Just those 3 points make many people want to switch to AI already, because it makes greater productivity growth, which means being able to accumulate as much money as possible in the shortest amount of time. So these 3 points make many companies want to incorporate AI. Not only that, but also make them want to replace their workers with it. So here are some lists of jobs that AI are most likely to impact, and while you guys can read this, I'll be explaining subcategories of jobs that will most likely be impacted by this. So jobs that are repetitive, AI can quickly recognize repetitions in the logic of the job, and then it'll be able to incorporate it as long as the job keeps using that. So repetitive jobs can easily be replaced by AI. Jobs that are logic-based, now this comes to big exceptions. Some jobs that are logic-based, AI can easily fill out, which I'll come to later. But when we talk about math, that's very straightforward. AI can easily recognize patterns and be able to incorporate it as long as the math has the same, as long as it has attached its data centers, which I'll also talk about later. And jobs that follow specific predictable patterns are some jobs that AI will most likely be replaced, because if a job is predictable, AI will be able to gain a bunch of its sources. Let's think about AI. It's like just a bunch of sources put together, just data centers. But once AI has knowledge from those data centers, it's actually able to incorporate it into its other responses. So once it can do that, jobs that follow specific predictable patterns, once it makes sense of the world around it, it can easily predict the next step and be able to carry it out. So how knowledge is actually inputted into the AI model is it's inputted knowledge through data and code, and then after that, AI makes a bunch of connections. Once we teach the AI what the world actually is, it's going to make a bunch of connections in the code so it can understand what does this really mean and how can I use it in other tasks. And finally, AI will search for the command when it's needed and necessary, and it's going to run it, which makes it really useful for, like I said, repetitive logic-based and jobs that follow predictable patterns. So for my interactive research, I interviewed a student body here at Lake Oswego Junior High, and I got some pretty interesting results from it. So I learned that many people think that many students think that jobs will be taken by AI in the future. We can see here that 47.3% of people said yes to the question, do you think most jobs will be taken by AI in the future? And if you look again, out of all these categories, the students saw that business jobs like entrepreneurs, financiers, and accountants are the kind of jobs that they predict will be the most impacted. And many people might also be befuddled about this, but art jobs were also top second, which comes back to here. Creative jobs, I underline it specifically because many people think that AI doesn't have creativity, and that is completely wrong. Because once AI, like I said, reads sources and understands it, it can really make connections. Even though it doesn't have feelings or anything, it doesn't barricade it from being able to make art, which is another problem that many people will be facing. So here's some, following this, here are some common misconceptions that people think. So AI being incorporated more throughout jobs does not mean that more people will be unemployed, because many people get this wrong. But as we can see, even if AI fully replaces a job, humans won't be present because AI. I'll actually go into a guy called Klein, and he has a theory that backs all this evidence up. So we'll see that later. And also, AI won't replace workers in a large scale. And so when we think of the future, we probably think of a bunch of robots just all around. But AI this won't most likely happen because of this. So here's why AI won't replace most professions. Well, first of all, we have predictability. Like I said, jobs that are predictable, AI will be able to thrive at. But jobs that aren't predictable, like most jobs, AI will fail at because there's something called AI hallucinations, which I'll follow up on later. Also, AI sensible approaches can be wrong because I want to visualize this. If once AI has a bunch of its data centers, it can use that information to be able to carry out other tasks. But sometimes it can combine many different sources into one answer, which causes its answers to be nonsensical or unreachable. So this guy is Ezra Klein, and there's a lot of controversy around him. He believes that AI won't cause mass employment, but it will actually expand job openings. And he said that the unemployment rate was 4.3% in March 2026 and 4.4% in 2020. And his evidence back around this was that he explains that as AI automation increases, people will actually end up valuing AI human interaction more. So let's think about, he used a coffee machine example. So before, there were a lot of coffee shops. And once coffee machines came into the industry, that didn't stop coffee shops from getting their revenue. But it actually charts show that they increased their actual revenue from before. And so this shows that as machines come, that won't block completely other humans from being able to take over that work. And it will actually increase automation. So increase human reactions or attractions. And cheaper and more capable tools will create more jobs. For example, AI, if you think about it, it's like a tool. So once we have a tool, it'll allow us to be able to be able to carry out our dreams and our what we want to do better. Because AI is like a tool that has all the information that we need. So let's say we want to do something. Well, now we don't need to. We can think of AI more as a tool and less of a person who's actually going to take over everything. Because once we have AI, it can work alongside workers to help accomplish the tasks instead of actually replacing them. So once this happens, when more AI comes, people will actually want to work beside it, which will, to him, open more job openings or increase job openings. So we're also going to dive into another reason why AI might not replace most jobs and might not. So first of all, the University of Illinois definition of AI hallucinations is AI hallucinations occur when generative AI tools produce incorrect, misleading, or non-existent content. Content may include facts, citations to sources, code, historical events, and other real-world information. So AI hallucinates for many reasons. Here are some reasons. So AI uses its knowledge to try to fill in gaps. Like I said before, AI makes a bunch of connections around the world around it, but sometimes those connections, since it doesn't actually have a brain to be able to actually visualize them, humans can manually make the connections, but AI can't. Which means sometimes AI will use its knowledge to randomly fill in gaps that doesn't make sense, resulting in the rest of the chain being broken, because once it makes a connection that's wrong, it's going to make more connections that are wrong, completely breaking the chain. It's also designed to predict the most sensible word instead of provide a humanly answer. For example, if we say hello, it's not humanly just gonna say hello, but it's actually gonna make a bunch of connections on like what a greeting is, and then how it works, and then why people value it, and then it's actually gonna say hello. So it's designed to predict the most sensible word and not to actually say it, like out of its mind. So here are some examples of AI hallucinations that I found pretty interesting, and I'll explain to you how it falls under the topic of hallucination. And so here's one. This person said cheese not sticking to pizza, and it said cheese can slide off the pizza for a number of reasons, including too much sauce, too much cheese, or thickened sauce. And then for one of its results I can try, it recommended adding glue to the pizza to have it stick to the stick to it. And when we go back, we can see it uses its knowledge to fill in gaps. But this is an example where AI made a connection that obviously we wanted to stick onto the pizza, but then one of its connections after that went wrong, because since it is a human, it can't know what is really edible and not, how it will really affect people. So it immediately came to a conclusion that because glue is sticky, we can immediately use it. Another one is an example of the designed to predict the most sensible word, where whenever AI gets questioned, it doesn't immediately respond to it. It immediately once again starts making connections, and then after answers it. Which is why here it went off in one part of it, which caused the rest to derail. And this one's actually one that I encountered, and choose a number from 1 to 10 and have me guess it, and then it told me the number and then told me to guess it. And the reason why this happens is because AI doesn't, once again, have feelings, and it can't understand that I want to have a joke, and it can't understand that all I wanted from that was something to guess. But AI wants to give a reasonable and also straightforward answer, which caused the AI to derail and hallucinate, which caused it not to answer. So here's some other reasons why AI hallucinates. It can't differentiate real and fake information correctly. So AI never knows who to trust. Let's say a source says that 2 plus 2 is 4, but then another one says that 2 plus 2 is 6. AI will never be able to know really what is true. Like, there could be a majority of sources, but what if the one that actually says 2 plus 2 is 6 is correct? So if you tell AI that 3 plus 3 is actually 8, I guarantee you guys should try this after it. It will most likely say that it is true, because AI will just listen to whatever you say. And even if it doesn't happen, that is because some of its sources could actually be looking at the right sources, but AI, in the world of AI, it's really hard to determine what sources are real and fake. Also, another example is it will try to mix as many sources into one answer. So, actually, this is a really good example for this. It mixes, I'll read it. Sometimes when you send a prompt that tends to have a statement like, let's say, a Microsoft outage happened last week, it could accidentally look into many other outages that happened previously or into different companies and then combine it all into one answer. Because once AI can see the information, it won't actually be able to differentiate whether these connections are actually valid. Because let's say that an outage happened. It's gonna look into many different sources and then try to combine all of this into an answer. Which is why AI sometimes can't be trusted, as it can't differentiate fake and real information. Like an example here, it combined edible things and also non-edible things, but then they both have the main idea of being certain. So, with jobs that AI will replace, it will also actually create some jobs. So, jobs that it will create are here. Most of these jobs will be for people to be able to maintain and watch over AI. So, I'm going to go a bit fast because I'm running out of time. So, the key question is, will AI make most or all jobs autonomous? And the real answer is actually no. Like I said, AI is a tool, and it will never really be able to automate everything, as it doesn't have the proper feelings, it doesn't have the proper connections, it keeps making mistakes. Even if we improved AI to its best, it still is very likely to, at some point, slip up, and without humans be able to watch it, this could be catastrophic. So, I will group you guys into 3 teams, and we'll play a bit of Jeopardy, and I have prizes for the winners. Do you know how to click on the
You have to stop the presentation mode.
Hey, Jeopardy.
Alright.
Jeopardy. Happy, happy, happy.
So I have 3 teams. So everyone in the back row, okay, there's gonna be 1 team, 1 less person. So Shadeen, Jay, all 4 of you guys at the back will be 1 team, and then you 3, Don, Ashton,
Julia's mom.
Yeah, and then Morgan will all be in 1, and then Kyler, my mom, and he will be in 1. So you guys can either all go to a table or just...
Ow, my neck. Oh.
Morgan, stop.
Okay, so does anyone... I'll give that team the first start. So what would you guys like to do? AI logic? Or, I meant AI hallucinations. Okay, do you want to do 300?
Oh, let's do 300. Let's go bigger doll.
Just 15 seconds. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So here's the thing. So the AI would most likely fail the task because here's the the AI needs data to know how to do something. And with no provided data, it's not going to be able to do tasks.
Yeah, great job. So like I said before, if AI comes upon a thing that it's never seen before, it's going to try to make a bunch of random connections that are most likely false. Wait, correct? Oh, space.
Cut the brain in half.
Okay.
Penny.
So, it's never come upon this task. Like I said, because of its lack of common sense and knowledge, it'll try to make many connections, but then most of those connections can be false. Okay. Team, that team.
Let me go.
Including Morgan. Morgan, you're also.
Don't you need to add
I am
points?
in this team?
Yeah.
You have to add points, Alex.
What?
Add points.
Oh, okay.
Let's
do.
AI logic 300.
You guys have 5 seconds now.
What?
And then until everyone else can raise their hand to steal the answer. 1, 0. Okay, anyone who raises their hand can steal the answer.
Wait.
Oh. Okay, we said Nair raised. Oh wait, no, you have the answer. Okay.
答案 go yeah.
AI will do good in like technology, like jobs that involve technology. Because like what in technology?
Because it itself
I think AI would do good in like taxi driving, 'cause, like, or Uber or DoorDash.
No.
Because it's very predictable. You just have to go to a location.
what if I said
Pick up.
trash account?
Well,
Like a,
yeah, that's a
something-
pretty good answer. I said
What?
accountant because, like I said in the beginning, because it's repetitive and also relies on logic, and those are, like I said, two of the most job roles that AI excels
So
in.
do you get
We should
points?
make this
I'll
a
give you. Sorry, you go.
What?
Okay, your team.
Okay, regarding AI 300.
No points for you? Sorry.
Oh, I know one.
Bias.
I know one. I got it.
Okay.
So people usually think that AI is like really, really smart. So, and because why people hold this misconception because they probably tried AI and realized that it got it right, got the question right. So they immediately just think that AI is really smart and it's gonna take over everything.
Sure, I'll do that.
Close enough.
All right, you guys again.
Just because we're
AI
friends.
hallucinations 200.
This is like. This is really hard.
Also, we might not be able to finish the Jeopardy because we're almost out of time. So.
This is really hard.
All right, you can steal in 3.
I'll steal.
Oh, no, no, sorry.
Oh, okay.
So an example where you might hallucinate would be like giving it a fact that's not true. So say like 5 plus 5 is 12.
Yeah.
And then it's going to agree with you and you kind of go down that rabbit hole.
And then what about
A low chance of hallucinating might be asking it a question that there's a lot of like, is 5 plus 5 12 or something like that, and asking it to search
So-
for the answer as opposed to agree
Yeah.
or disagree with you.
And then another one is like give me directions to Starbucks. It's really straightforward and easy to kind of. Okay, we're gonna do one more round down here. So down.
Actually, you don't choose. AI logic 200.
Let's do common misconceptions.
Regarding AI 200? What?
What?
Is this statement true or false?
Yeah.
True.
No, he literally said it. Wait.
True.
False. I said, is it true or false?
Wait.
True.
Read it. AI will work alongside humans in the future, especially in jobs where AI excels.
False.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's false.
But you
Wait,
still
Dave,
need.
Who says? Okay, what is your final answer? You guys have three.
False.
False. You guys got it wrong.
Oh, bro's cooked.
AI is a tool and it'll be able to work alongside humans.
Yeah, but this is a job where it excels.
Yeah. What?
AI
Okay.
logic 200.
You're just biased.
You
got it right.
You're just a subject of creating and planning charts on the AI being to remove bias is one different. So some teachers they really like some students, but AI they can't really like any student particularly more than any other. So the scoring will be a lot more equal.
Yeah.
Crap. 0 points.
Good job.
I said
Repetitive rules, and it keeps all this into sequence. All right, so you guys get points for that. So you guys actually won. Good job. Wait, didn't you guys also get? Oh wait, you guys tied. You guys tied. Yeah.
0 points, Morgan.
All right.
0 points.
So sorry.
0 points.
So final question: have your views about the future of jobs with AI changed?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I still think like, have you seen that movie with like Chris?
Here are some sources I consulted for my research. Yeah, and then Q&A.
Last question. So some parts of the presentation, they just make stuff up on the spot.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And you sure we're stuttering a lot? Like
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay, your turn.
Do you use AI?
Yeah.
Do you have a job? Do you want a job? Do you want a job?
I don't know.
And if you want a job, like, do you think that job will be taken over by AI?
Well, like I said, programmers, most likely will because it's repetitive and
So when you were discussing the arguments for why AI is not going to take over jobs, it reminded me a lot of the arguments made by industrialists at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution and like how mechanizing things was not going to take away jobs. And
Yeah.
So how true do you think the arguments are today compared to the Industrial Revolution? Because what we saw was the opposite of what they told was going to happen.
Well, yeah. So, like I said, it's really much of an opinion and more, less of like an actual fact. Although I do think that AI will, according to him, I think that this statement would actually could go down many pathways. It could really be successful or not successful depending on actually AI. So it's really a broad idea, and it's kind of hard to find an actual answer at the current point. But all we know is that AI is advancing, and it could later.
Will you still pursue your dream of becoming a coder?
Sure. I mean, AI could be more of a tool too. Like I said, like he said, cheaper and more capable tools will create more jobs. So like, being able to use AI for software development will be able to open more job roles and be more flexible. All right, last question.
Do you think AI will become self-conscious?
What?
Do you think AI will become self-conscious?
Well, AI becoming self-conscious, like we can maybe embed our brain into it, but it's kind of hard to do that because, like, I don't know if cyborgs are even a possible solution. Or but they
Call
could
him
be.
Tyler, call
Yeah.
him Tyler. Yeah, call me.
Okay. I'm kind of like way above time now.
I hear you, Alex.
I'm not. Okay, then you can.
Oh, bet. Okay, so I just want to ask, during this presentation, did you use AI to talk about AI?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. These are all my sources.
Are some of the images AI generated?
Yeah.
Exactly. You use AI to talk about AI.
I use AI here too. Because I knew it was gonna fail, so.
Wait. Can you go to the other one? Like the one behind this one?
Yeah.
Country never.
I forgot. That is, but it's actually spelled with an A sound. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any more questions?
The closest is Kenya.
Which starts with a
How
K.
will AI impact band directors? Like Mr. Z.
Well, that's kind of out of the scope of my knowledge, but I'll try to answer as best as I could.
And
So,
music is trash.
like, I guess we could say conducting is kind of, I guess, repetitive because you can just see the notes and then be able to make movements because of that. And all the way at the beginning, I said, remember, jobs that are repetitive, logic-based, and follow predictable patterns, and that's kind of like music. Music is logic-based. You need to know how to move your hands based on the actual like notes, and it's also pretty repetitive. Like it's always the same notes and always the same signs that you're looking out for. So as long as all the sources and how to actually play is embedded into the AI, like it's inputted and then make connections and then it will be able to search and look for it, then yeah, that's possible because music is really repetitive. You can just look for a note and then know how to play it once you see it.
Sorry, can I push back on that? Because I think music is a form for human to make connections with each other, and it's also feelings, emotions related.
Yeah.
So maybe AI will not do a great job to
Well,
conduct.
Like I said, it's also creative. And once AI can be able to, this is also what confuses many people. Because creative jobs will also most likely be replaced. Because once we teach the AI how to act human and how to like dance the music or whatever, then it would most likely actually be able to carry it out, which many people get wrong. Because if you think about it, you can just input it and then AI will know how to do it. Alright, last question.
Do you think AIs will take offense to the word clinker?
AIs will what?
Take offense to the word clinker.
Well, if it, like I said, if it isn't in their source to be able to understand bad words, for example, if you see like a really bad word onto the AI, it's now probably gonna say, that was really mean or something. But then, if it never had that information, it will never be able to know that was a bad thing. So now you have forms being passed out, and it's basically just feedback for me. I think I need to work on my pacing, and
Yeah,
also
stop
on my
stuttering.
love writing.
Shut up. Keep it.
Alright,
Thank you.
Thank you.
What?
Good job.
That